Coach, you told us yesterday that you didn't know exactly where your team was in terms of preparation. Do you have a better idea after this first win?
Of course, like we were able to compete at our best level yesterday. We were not, as you said, we were not sure because of our lack of preparation, meaning friendly games or any official games before coming here to the Intercontinental, and our team proved that we were ready to compete. Basically, this is what we ask our players, you know, like to stay solid, to stay in the game, and then eventually at the end we'll see if we win or not. And same thing comes for today's games.
For today's game, what do you expect?
I think we have to adjust, like we did yesterday, we adjust well to the physicality and the athleticism of the Ignite team. And today, for me, the Sesi Franca team has a combination of, I come from European basketball, I would say like more organized, more FIBA style basketball, but they also have the athleticism because their bigs can run, can jump. So we have to try to adjust to both things, you know, to their running game, their athleticism and control of the rebound, but also to be able to defend well their set game and because they are good players and they play with good spacing and good organization.
Thank you very much. Good luck today.
不用，停一下先，停一下先。
Coach, you entered the competition today. What goals did you set for your team?
Actually, we wish to have the best goals. We are having this process until get here for a long time, working a lot, winning some championships, and we are very exciting and very motivated to do our best and to get this big goal that is the win the championship.
To win the championship, the first step today is against Ahly. You were in the arena, you saw their game. What did you see and what do you need to see from your players to beat them?
Yes, first of all, we got to think game by game, game after game. They have some great players. They were playing the World Cup a month ago. They have many players in the positions that they are supposed to have it. We have the same thing. And we gotta have the right strategy to do our best to minimize their volume of the game and to try to have our rhythm and do what we've been doing in Brazil and in Champions League like we've been doing.
Thank you very much. Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
Hello everybody and welcome to Singapore for the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. Game day 2, Group B, the battle between Sesi Franca Basquete and Ahly. These are the standings coming into today. Ahly winning yesterday against the NBA G League Ignite. And now Sesi Franca Basquete getting ready to make their bow in this competition against Ahly, who just so impressive yesterday against the Ignite. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Michael Roll once again, and Michael Roll played in this competition last season when it was staged in Tenerife. It was actually earlier this year. And Michael, a very good performance yesterday from Ahly, and I think maybe one of the things that we're thinking about is, are they going to be a little tired after last night coming up against a Sesi Franca team that's been waiting to come out?
It's a great point. I think these guys are so hyped up that that's really not going to matter. It was only one game. It's not multiple games. You know, possibly Norris Cole, he played heavy minutes, heavy usage. Some of the bigs, it's possible, you know, heavy legs for a heavier individual running up and down the court. You know, they played so great yesterday. But I think they're just so turned up. We got the coffee flowing. They're ready to go. I think they're going to have their rhythm more so than Sesi Franca is going to be fresh. So I think that's going to be to their advantage early.
Well, Rubens in the pregame talked about this Ahly team having players that had been at the World Cup, and we saw them yesterday played very well, especially Ahab Amin, and Omar Arabi is early on. But he himself has a couple players that played there. Lucas Diaz is a really big time player. He's the captain of this team, and also Jorginho De Paula, who is playing. He's actually going to go to Ulm after this, but he was a part of that team that won the Basketball Champions League Americas last year. Really wanted to play, and I'm expecting a big game, especially the way Sao Paulo played last year, at the last Intercontinental Cup that was played in February.
Yeah, really interesting that Ulm allows him to come do this. You know, especially in the preseason time, most coaches stress every day being so important for them, trying to get their team ready. So the fact that Jorginho is here just shows his pride for his team, his country. And anytime you can win a trophy, no matter what it be, this being preseason doesn't matter. You can put that on your mantle. You'll have the memories forever. Just adds to your resume. So I think that's really impressive on his part and all parties involved.
Yeah, on Ulm's part as well, because you know what? We've given you this, and he's going to remember that. And I'm pretty sure he's going to give a little bit more as well on the other end.
Bora, galera, pra cima, vamos!
Well, Singapore is the home of the FIBA Intercontinental Cup 2023, and we have not been disappointed. The first game yesterday was a little bit of a blowout. Manama coming out, Al Manama, and really being run out of the gym. But the second game kind of lived up to the hype with the Ignite going up against this Ahly team. And, you know, looking back to that game, Michael, you talked about the heavy minutes that were played by Norris Cole, who's arguably the most successful, the most talented player here. We're wondering why he wasn't going back into the game, and maybe one reason is because of those heavy minutes, and the coach knew that he had a big game coming up today.
Yeah, I think there's multiple factors to that. One, the trust that he has in all of his guards was definitely part of it. You know, him keeping Gendy in at the end of the game proved very instrumental with a huge corner three to kind of seal the game for them. But secondly, yeah, they played at 7 o'clock last night. They're back early game this morning, so it's a quick turnaround. It's not even 24 hours. Norris Cole usage is so off the charts for this team, especially yesterday, trying to slow the game down against the Ignite, control the pace. But yeah, we're going to see how they're showing out today and if they're energetic.
I thought one really good sign about this Ahly team yesterday was the depth in this team. You had guys that really stood out in the first half, and almost a whole new set of characters that stood out in the second. Your former Tunisia teammate, Omar Abada, was terrific in the second half, as was Amir Gindi, as you mentioned. And at the end of the day, you know, you need to be solid 1 through 12 if you're going to be successful in a tournament like this.
The bench plays a huge role. It seems like you said everybody kind of had their own time throughout the game. You know, we were talking about the MVP. We couldn't choose just because so many people did so many great things throughout.
Yeah, it was really a team effort. Yeah, the bigs of Ahly really established themselves yesterday, and that maybe called us a little. We knew that perhaps that, you know, they had some good size and that they would be effective, but maybe not as decisive as they were against the Ignite. But they had the numbers with Arabi in the first half, and especially Kijo in the second, who ended up being the MVP of the game.
Yeah, Kijo's offensive rebounding was just too much for the Ignite. But we kind of saw that before the game. The Egyptian bigs are huge guys, massive in size. The Ignite, younger men, you know, teenage kids, some of them, skinny frame, haven't hit the weight room, haven't hit that grown man weight, and it showed out there. They weren't able to get rebounds. They weren't able to seal anybody, to keep the Egyptian bigs out of the paint, and it was just a grown man's game down there, and it showed.
And it has to be said also that they were missing a couple of key players who picked up injuries, which did not help the Ignite. So maybe Ahly caught a break in that sense. But that sets up this game for them now. If they don't win this game, in a way, what they did yesterday kind of like becomes less meaningful, because if you lose today, then you're hoping for a good result for tomorrow from a game that you're not playing in.
Yeah, you always want to control your own destiny. You have to win today for that to happen. You need the 2 wins, but there's a potential where everybody goes 1-1, and then it's just going to be point differential. They only won by 6 yesterday, so every bucket's going to count. So I think we're in for a really good show just because of that.
Yeah, that's the good thing, and that's a good thing for the Ignite. Even though they only lost by 6, and they also still control their own destiny no matter what happens today. Well, except, actually, no, sorry, if Ahly win today, they will finish first. But if Sesi Franca come out and live up to the hype and win, well, then it's going to be good for them. So we do see number 6 coming out, Sarhan, today for Ahly, and I don't remember him playing yesterday. And now Franca, again, winners of the Basketball Champions League Americas last season. And just like we said yesterday, for the teams that introduce themselves, you want to get that trophy to start your season. If you're Jorginho, you want it to be a trophy, as you said, for your mantelpiece. So that's why you're here instead of in Germany. And I expect this Franca team to be a very tough opponent for Ahly.
It was alluded to in the pregame. They play the European style of basketball, not like the NBA G League, which is more one-on-one, more spread the floor, transition. This is the more traditional European style. But these guys are very athletic. They get after you full court, 40 minutes. So it's going to be a completely different game for Ahly. I think they know that. They're going to be used to it and ready for it. We'll just see about the execution.
And maybe thinking about it, you know, we thought about yesterday, perhaps the advantage for Ahly was going to be the backcourt, and I might even go so far as to say that's going to be the case again today because of Cole, because of Abada, and some of those other players, Ahab, but maybe just maybe this Franca team is going to be solid as well in that respect.
Got a nice visit there from Jan Mahimi, and his outfits have been on point.
Yeah, he's an ambassador for this FIBA Intercontinental Cup, and I think the only person that could rival him for his outfits are you, Michael.
Maybe Russell Westbrook, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Maybe Cam Newton. So Sesi Franca come out on the court and get ready to rumble. And the one thing that, while they had the advantage of having the day off, I don't know if you think that's an advantage or not. I guess they were able to watch Ahly, and maybe Ahly might be a little bit tired, but this means they will have less time for their next game. So they got to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I think for the beginning parts of the game, it favors the Egyptians. They're going to have that rhythm. They've locked in. They're still in game mode. Might take Sesi Franca a little bit to get the juices flowing. You know, this is their first time playing a game here in this arena. Kind of see the depth perception with the fans.
Referees Omar Bermudez, Amy Bonner, and Peter Praksch, who 3 referees that were just at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And of course, Bermudez from Mexico had the great honor of refereeing the final.
Well traveled.
That's right. I don't even know. I know that Peter Praksch went home. I'm not sure if Amy Bonner went back to, I think it's Kansas City, maybe to catch a Chiefs game. Now she's come back.
We'll have to catch her at halftime to see.
Ahab Amin, Amir Zahran, Norris Cole, Michael Fakuadi, and Omar Arabi in the starting 5 with Sarhan, Abada, Gindi, Nasser, Kijo, Saif, and Mohib coming off the bench for coach Augustin Julbe. That was, don't forget also, that was a history-making win yesterday for Ahly. The first time Julbe coached the first African team to win a game in the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. So that was a great achievement. And we'll also get a look at the starting five coming up for Sesi Franca. So here they are wearing the whites with the red trim. Jorginho De Paula, Lucas Diaz, the captain. Jonathan Luz, goes by Jonathan Dos Santos, but we call him Luz. David Jackson and Marcio Santos. Jackson, obviously a very important piece of this team. Barbosa, Borges. In fact, Barbosa goes by Zu. Elevi, Fernandez, Ferreira, and Scala. In fact, Nathan Fernandez also goes by Nathan Mariano. Just the Brazilians always try to confuse us a little bit with their names, don't they?
I'll tell you what, between the Chinese team, the change in the Brazilian names,
and Helena Rubens, the coach. Yeah. And also the
Anima, yeah, they had some different names on different jersey numbers than we were used to pre-game. So yeah,
Chinese is going to be even more interesting because it's going to be in
their characters.
Chinese.
Yeah,
Yes.
We're going to be calling out numbers.
So there's Nathan Mariano, the young man, just 20 years of age. They've got some promising youth here. Paulo Zuz, just 20, he's the guard, 1.90 meters in height. And also Marcio Santos, just 20 years of age, the 2.04 meter center. So Ahly have given themselves a great start to the tournament. I think already when we remember the comments by Kijo in the postgame after he was named MVP, he said tomorrow is going to be like a final. And
it's true. Because if you win, you go to the first place game.
So there's no danger for them being relaxed. They know.
That's great. I love to hear it because we're going to be in for a great treat for that. But like you said, if they win, they're in the first place. Nobody expected them to win yesterday.
Yeah.
So they're thinking, hey, let's come out and get 2. Then we could get 3. It's going to be a treat. First ever victory, you said it, for an African team in this cup. They're just trying to make more history.
Michael Roll, my first ever commentator colleague who does a pregame shimmy.
I was just,
is that what you were doing yesterday as well?
No, Chloe was dancing, our colleague, so I had to shout her out.
Also, we've got Amy Bonner, who's going to be mic'd up today. So apparently she is very verbose. So we're going to have some good comments to listen to.
Yeah, see, if the microphone is picking up what the players are saying to her, I'm curious how much we're going to be able to use. Players are never happy with the call, and if that's picking it all up, we'll see.
You know, she was one of 3 women, the first 3 women ever to referee at the FIBA Basketball World Cup this summer. So she's, in her own way, a history-making referee as well.
All right, so we got it on all fronts today.
I'm sure you've made some history somewhere along the line. I could think of something. First former Tunisia point guard from America to commentate the FIBA Intercontinental Cup.
That sounds right.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're underway here in the FIBA Intercontinental Cup in Singapore. Norris Cole and Ahly with the opening possession, wearing the grays and attacking the basket to the right. Ahab Amin comes right out and misses the jumper, but chases down the long rebound. And misses again, so his shooting percentage drops a little bit.
I like the aggressiveness, though.
Well, nice pass down low to the big fella, and Sesi Franca with the early lead. So that was Marcio Santos the first bucket.
Already the ball pressure from Sesi Franca, a lot more than what Ignite gave Ahly yesterday. You see a couple missed shots, now a turnover, not letting Norris just walk the ball up and down the court.
So Lucas Diaz missing with his jump shot. Not sure he was looking over at his teammate, wasn't happy about something. Maybe it was Rubens. It's a big team they're facing today. How about Fakuadi? He's been a pleasant surprise, hasn't he?
That's a beautiful shot. Nice pass by Habermin. Drawing the two, gets the open man. I didn't see the three-point range yesterday, so that's a nice added to his game.
Well, they certainly had their share of threes to go down. Three-pointer. Ball goes back out. Jorginho. Arabi comes out and the left-hander misses. Now quickly up to Zarhan. Zarhan left open, so he misses off the front of the rim.
Yeah, big man's upset. He was calling for it down low, had the mismatch in the transition. You got to feed your big when he's running and sealing like that.
Oh boy. That was wide open. Marcio Santos.
Norris Cole with the fake, trying to get the foul call to the referee, putting his hand up. He did not want that foul, but you got to act like it for film's sake so the coach doesn't get mad.
Turnover, and now they're off and running. Jackson, a little Euro step, and goes down for the layup. A little sloppy here, start for Ahly. Tough drive, well defended, and Ahly is just constantly attacking. Look at this again. That's pretty, I mean, yeah, that's a foul, but nothing untoward there defensively. So that's Lewis with the foul.
Amin missed those two early threes, so you got to think that he's happy to get to the line, see the ball go in right now, kind of recollect. Then you can open down, shoot the other three, and hopefully the next one goes in after you see the ball go through the hoop.
That really makes a difference.
As basic as it is for a shooter, yeah, that's the biggest difference in the world.
So you got the last season's Basketball Africa League, the ball winners, Ahly, going up against the Basketball Champions League America's winners, Sesi Franca from Brazil. Egypt against Brazil. Jorginho goes up and is fouled. Shooting the jumper by Amir Zahran. So the Brazil international fouled by the Egyptian international.
You know, going back to Jorginho getting the approval to come here for this tournament from Ulm, I'm thinking that must have been part of his contract negotiation, because to get the approval, you can't just sign and then get it approved, so that had to have been from early stage.
Yeah. I think he was announced, pretty sure it was in July, that he was going to Ulm.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I suppose it makes sense. I mean, the only thing is, don't forget, Ulm are the defending champions in Germany. I mean, he's going to a club with soaring expectations. Here is Fakuadi, picks it up and misses. Was he thinking there was less time on the shot clock there?
Yeah, there was only a few seconds, a little scramble. Had at least enough time to gather himself, get a good shot, but he just kind of rushed it.
Lucas Diaz missing, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's definitely a stretch 4, stretch 5. Maybe he needs to go to the line. See the ball go through the hoop.
I always loved on his first missed three, you alluded to it, you know, he was mad with his teammate after the shot. You miss, you kind of want the attention off of you, so he's getting mad at his teammate for no reason.
Teammate says, what did I do? David Jackson from the right. Pakuadi this time had position. Definitely Lucas Diaz does not look happy right now. Norris Cole got deep and fortunate that they haven't turned it over. He's got it in the right corner, puts it up. Ahab Amin soars in for the rebound, now puts up a little fadeaway. And now David Jackson collects it, goes between the legs. Ron almost knocking it away from him. David Jackson pulls up at the stripe. He's a scorer.
What I thought was happening with the Egyptians would come out with a rhythm. They seem to be pretty flat, so it looks like last night's toll is making its show out here.
Yeah, you just wonder almost if we might see some early substitutions.
Yeah. Just a little bit flat, half step slow, kind of sloppy with the ball.
That was Jackson's jumper. I mean, is the coach hesitant to make those early switches for a reason? Here's three-pointer. That was no good from Luz. Now quickly, Ahab Amin. Oh, beautiful bounce pass, Amin. Good hustle from Norris Cole. Ahab Amin making good decisions. He knows the trailer's coming.
Great decision, you know, tough one-on-one layup. Had he tried to attempt it, saw Norris Cole running the floor, rewarded him with the easy lay. Norris finishing with the left again.
There's Cole with a foul.
Jorginho's got some good size.
Yeah, he does. He's going to be an interesting player in Germany, especially considering how Yago and Caboclo played last year for Ulm. Bruno Caboclo and Yago Santos. So Marcio Santos goes out. And right into the game and shooting the jump shot and missing was Wesley Ferreira. And do you like seeing the player come off the bench and put one up within like 3 seconds?
I hate that. Hate that. But hey, he called his number. He said he was ready. As a coach, I know that drives you wild. Even as a teammate, just get a few times up and down the court before you just rifle it.
Robbie catches it down low, and he continues to be a factor. And you know, they need to go to him more frequently, I think.
Yeah, I think that early connection, Norris Cole, Mara Robbie, worked so well early yesterday. They've had it already a couple times here. Nice shot fake to draw the foul. Like we mentioned, you know, they've kind of been a little bit half step slow, sloppy. A pick and roll, you can go at your own speed, so there's no need to rush. I think I'd like to see more of that.
So Omar Abada is going to make an early-ish entry. He comes in for Ahab Amin. And Kijo, who was so effective yesterday, was the MVP. He comes in early as well. 6.5 minutes, again, into it.
Yeah, we mentioned yesterday, Omar Abada's second half was phenomenal. He was great in the pick and roll, getting his teammates open and good shots. Coach goes to him early here. I think it's a good decision, especially with how the Egyptians have come out.
So they were in the lane too early. Hilly Rubens querying that. It's the type of thing that happens almost every time. guys getting in the lane too early, don't you think?
Yes.
Oh, Robbie misses both.
Oh, for 3.
Wide open shot, David Jackson. That's a big swing right there. 2 missed free throws and then the 3-pointer. And Jackson has started well. Norris Cole lets it fly from deep. That was a big shot. Game's starting to get away a little bit from this Ahly team. Jorginho drives. They're going to count it.
That's his size and strength. Able to take the contact, driving middle. Kind of throws it up, but he knows he hears the whistle. I'll take anything that will bounce. Not even looking at the rim. That's a horse shot.
Timeout on the court as Sesi Franca get a little bit of momentum here at the start of the game. So we'll go down to the Ahly bench and try to listen into Coach Schulbe.
Turnover. They take us out of the set. You don't know what to do. Come on, guys, play.
Let's go.
This guy, number 14, bring the ball up. Your man is here, and you are here. Not enough. Here, no. Here, 2-on-1. He's not gonna go pass the ball back court. Over is with his man. Over can no help at this time. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
What did you wean from that timeout? I heard the word turnovers.
Yeah, quick mention on the turnovers, but defensive focus for Coach Schulbe. Talking about getting back, building the wall, not letting them see any open lanes. Even if your man is running the court, show yourself towards the ball.
David Jackson with that fast start, 7 points. And just kind of igniting this team early now is Jorginho. It's an explosive Franca team. We've seen that already with those 2 players. Well, active defense, as you said, out on the perimeter. Scala has checked into the game, number 6. Santiago Scala, the guard. They get to Kijö. He goes to work. He goes up with the left hand, gets it back, loses it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Good defense. Here it is again. Look at the replay. Scrapping away. Not sure what happened with Kijö there after he had the rebound. Oh boy, that was sweet. And Wesley this time ready and knocks down his first jumper.
Yeah, Wesley with kind of like the push floater jump shot mix. For a big guy to catch that on the run, jump stop, very fundamental. Great move by the big guy.
Beautiful bounce pass, Sabata now. Shot clock about to expire, he puts it up. Oh, good follow on Robbie, that was big time. You could feel the game starting to get away from Ahly.
This is how they took it to the Ignite yesterday with the offensive rebounding, so look for that. A lot of missed shots early by Ahly. If Arabi can get those offensive boards and kind of tap in as he just did.
David Jackson again! Now, are they going to count that? An offensive foul.
I think the bucket counts.
Yeah, the basket does count. We can hear the ref. They keep getting these situations where Arabi is the player that's running at David Jackson. And David Jackson is just knocking them down one right after the other. Safe is now going to come into the game, number 73, and Arabi is going to sit down.
Yeah, David Jackson with a nice snake dribble on the pick and roll to kind of clear out his own man. Gets the free space, and when he's cooking like he is already, quick 9.
Boy, unfriendly bounce for Norris Cole. Jackson, true pass to lose, back outside. Look at that, Lucas Diaz. And the first double-digit lead of the game, and it goes to Sesi Franca. Ahly on the back foot. Amir Gindi in the game. Abada, high arcing three. Scala, well, and a break that time for Ahly.
You like to see Lucas Diaz taking accountability for that turnover. He had a great seal, it was a nice pass, but he just missed the catch. Told his teammates, sorry, that was my fault. I like to see that even though he messed up.
Well, that was Diaz making his first jumper. He missed a couple. Alexei Borges has checked into the game as well now. He's guarding the basketball. Oh boy, that is Norris Cole, and that is. It feels like every shot right now that Ahly makes, it's like they desperately need to make it to stay in this game.
Yeah, you know, down 9 now after the make, had the potential to get away from them. They could really use a stop here to end the quarter.
Boy, he takes it early and makes it. Lucas Diaz, after missing his first two, he's made a couple. Norris Cole over to Gindi on the break. You can count it. Amir Gindi is paying dividends in a big way for Ahly.
Huge answer.
Wow. Feeling like they're on the ropes against this Sesi Franca team that has poured in 26 first quarter points, and then Gindi goes to the other end. It's still an uphill battle right now for Ahly. They trail 26-17 against Sesi Franca Basquete from Brazil. Well, three-point shooting has been good, Michael, for, well, it seems like it's been better for Sesi Franca than that. 3 of 10, both teams with 3 threes.
Yeah, Lucas Diaz missed the quick 2 early. So after that, you know, 3 for 8, and he's made now 2. Ahly shooting better than they did yesterday.
They are 7 of 8, Sesi Franca, inside the arc.
Yeah. A lot of that Jorginho getting good shots. David Jackson on the pick and roll.
That was the behind the back pass to Facuati that reaped dividends. There's Marcio Santos has been active, but this guy really got him going, David Jackson. So Sesi Franca really kind of announcing their arrival here, their very first minutes in this FIBA Intercontinental Cup. Coming out, opening up a double-digit lead. Right now it's 26-17. Ahly maybe starting a little bit flat today. Caught on the back foot. Ahab Amin comes back in. Big shot making by Amir Gindi, just like yesterday, to kind of help them stay in it.
You got a lot of smoke on the court before the second quarter starts.
Yeah, I can't even see. Okay, well, it's all smoke and mirrors right now. I think they're going to have to turn down the smoke machine. Or is that natural smoke from the dancers?
Not Singapore.
Jump shot.
Really good defensive possession right there by the Egyptians to come out, start the quarter, secure the rebound.
That was Eduardo Alevi missing it. Now here's Abada. See if they can get something going. And Kijo misses. So they've got Kijo and Safe in the game right now. Now on the break. Lucas Diaz going for another jumper. Gendy, he's feeling it, but that's short. Jorginho tripped up.
His ability to get in the lane has been shown these first 11 minutes. A couple buckets, even the no-look shot, scoop that he made already. Now he drops the foul. He's putting a lot of pressure on the paint.
Yeah, it looked more like he lost his footing rather than was tripped up.
When you're attacking, good things happen. Even the referees, you know, they might miss the call. When you're the aggressor, typically it goes your way.
Well, that's what Julbe is, I think, pointing out. Eduardo Elevi, number 11. So Sesi Franca gives to Scala. Opportunity here for this Ahly team to come back. Sesi Franca missing a couple. Here is Ahab Amin. What a tough drive down the lane, and that's his game right there. He is fearless.
He's flexing on him too, letting him know. Look at this hold off with the left arm. Might have even got away with the push, but takes the contact with a tough finish. They're gonna need his energy to kind of get back in this game.
Just wonder how much confidence he's got having played so well at the World Cup. He must have carried it straight into this tournament.
And we had this conversation yesterday, you know, all the national team players, as he gets interrupted on the free throw, but all the national team players that kind of go through the summer and keep playing, they always have that much better rhythm to start than guys who typically rest or kind of work out on their own throughout the summer and prepare for the season. So I always encourage everybody to play with your national team throughout the summers, because it's going to pay dividends throughout your year.
I mean, even if you aren't ultimately selected for the team and you're just at the training camp, that's better than nothing.
A lot better, more game-like situation than, you know, just kind of drilling on your own, 1-on-0, 1-on-1.
There's Jackson, and they haven't got an answer for him. David Jackson, been the player of the game so far.
I think they're going to put Zaron in just to guard him, kind of give him some muscle.
Gendy to Safe, he's fouled going up. Alexei Borges picks up the personal, and Safe frustrated he didn't make it. Instead of going up for a potential three-point play, he's got to make 2 free throws.
Yeah, you want to see the big man be stronger through that contact and finish at the rim.
But he takes his time and makes the first. And only makes one of the 2. Scala again. Abada gets to Ahab Amin before he falls out of bounds. Ahab Amin drives it deep again. Here goes Gendy probing. Takes advantage of the mismatch, but doesn't make the shot. This is going to be the issue when Scala's in the game. They're going to try to post him up, aren't they?
Yep. The Egyptians bigs, especially Safe and Kejo.
Ahab Amin lets it fly, and this is off the back of the iron. Oh.
Great work by Kejo. Okay.
Now they've called a jump ball. And it's going to stay at this end. Is it the possession arrow? Is that what they've called?
No, good use of the referee. Came in, overrided the call, gave it to the Egyptians.
Okay, so they've
good communication by the crew right there.
Yep. Eduardo really guarding Kijo a long way from the basket. They have a main great defense by Lucas Diaz. Coming up with the steal. Jackson again. That's boy, he is as hot as a firecracker. 14 points.
They're gonna have to start double teaming them on the pick and roll because they're just letting him cook.
Yeah, they got to get him out of the kitchen.
I like that.
Send him back into the salon. Abada goes up. Looked like he was trying to get a foul called.
Yeah, he's got to draw the contact a little more, lean into the defender as he got him in the air. Great thought, just need a better.
They end up with Jackson wide open again. Good! That is a recipe for disaster right now. He's got 17.
Early MVP.
Yeah, go ahead and submit that. And now it's offensive foul called on Ahly. So here it is again, look. So it's on Kijo. Getting locked up. Dangerous part of the game right now. 13-point lead for Sesi Franca, and the guy that is just on fire shoots it again, and this time does not drop. You can't blame him. Yeah, heat check. They have a mean.
That's where you have to be more patient. You're down 13. You want to get a really good shot, not a forced three off the pick and roll. He kind of wasn't set. Now's the time where you have to be a little bit more in control of the game, even though you're down.
Make sure you get a good shot down low, or have a few passes, make the defense work a little bit. David Jackson guarding. Here's Gendy. Oh, great attempt. Great work from Save. And now great work by Abada to get, just as you said, make sure you get the contact.
0.1 on the clock. Wow, big mistake by David Jackson right there. Seemingly he's been doing everything right except for that defensive position. Omar Abada kind of gets lucky, but he did draw the contact. He learned from the mistake earlier.
Omar Robbie back in the game. And Abada makes the first. And the second. Not sure Ahab Amin is having words with Jackson, talking about it. Jackson just laughed. Peter Prax as well, who made the call, and it is a big call for Ahly because right now they are on the back foot, and he makes all 3 free throws. No surprise for Abada, he's a good shooter.
Very good free throw shooter, 90 plus. All right, so the Egyptians drop back in the zone, kind of give them a different look. You gotta always know where David Jackson is.
Oh boy, yep, you can't leave Alexei Borges open either.
That was way too easy.
Bakwadi gets it back. Little runner for him. He's got some offense. He's not just a scrapper in there getting rebounds. Abada with the tough assignment, trying to stay with Jackson. Swing it to the corner. Alexei Borges fouled while shooting the three. Well, they're lucky he didn't make it because he almost, the thing almost dropped.
After the shot, doesn't allow the follow through. You appreciate the hustle to try to close out. Just get out of the way.
Yeah.
Like he already shot it, just put your hands down. Huge mistake. You could have got the rebound. Now you're going to possibly give them 3 extra points.
And also remember, in terms of points differential and everything else in this game, the Ignite, I'm guessing, are watching this game thinking, okay, we want Sesi Franca to win, but we don't want him to win by too much. Because we're going to have to come out and beat them tomorrow and then try to clinch first place on goal differential. So Alexei misses the first. And the second. Well, I didn't see this coming because he's got a nice soft touch.
Okay, so Fakuade, your foul is not as bad anymore.
They are not going to count it. Can you believe it? Into the lane too early was Jonathan Luce. Oh, they are going to count it. So they do.
What was that?
I don't know. They waved it off at first, but then maybe they said it was Ahly that was into the lane too early. So Alexei Borges trying to harass Abada.
Here we are. Top pick and roll, Norris Cole, Omar Arabi.
Oh, there you go. Much better for Ahly.
That's been their best play they've had these 2 games. Right to it when Norris comes back in.
Beautiful bounce pass, Borges. And great work from Arabi knocking it off the rim. Boy, he has been really solid at this Intercontinental Cup, making some big plays on both ends of the floor. Here's Norris Cole. And a foul on Arabi. This time he locked up Marcio Santos. Look at this again, Mike, the pick and roll.
Threads the needle right through the 2 defenders' arms. Perfect pass.
Six turnovers on Ahly. They haven't been able to create any chaos, but right on cue, they commit one. Alexei Borges steps out of bounds, and right now, I mean, yeah, it's good for Sesi Franca, but they've had opportunities to go out by even more, and Ahly kind of hanging around.
Yeah, when you have a team down, you have to put them away. You can't let them hang around. Bad things happen.
Cole goes up, trying to get the foul called. It's not called. Mohib in the game as well. And a jumper doesn't drop. Fakuade goes up, and the whistle blows and a foul called. Fakuade.
Arabi still.
Sometimes you need to let that go.
Still pleading with the ref like 4 possessions later. You're right. These refs, they don't want to hear it. They're going to be turned off by you. They're going to give you a worse call down after if you keep complaining. It's better to just forget it and move on.
Well, they're definitely doing most of the talking right now, the team from Ahly, including Julbe. And the missed free throws, again, those missed opportunities.
Yeah, they knocked down their free throws. They could be up 13, 14, maybe 15.
Does make one of two, so it's back to a 10-point game. Oh, hey. Didn't really see him play yesterday. Abada. Norris Cole. That's good. Showing that experience. And getting it back to a 7-point deficit.
Feels like the Egyptians should be down 12, maybe 14. They're only down 7. Haven't played great. They can get this stop.
The rebound. Travel. Oh, foul. Wow, they catch another break. Yeah, they're just kind of hanging around.
A bucket here will really go a long way. To be only down 5. With how they've played, they would be happy at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Here goes Cole. Pulls up, and not this time. Jackson not able to corral it, and it goes out of bounds off Mohave.
You love that Norris Cole pointing out the net is stuck. Probably thinks that's why he missed. Yeah, he looks upset.
You're going to remind him of that after the game. Marcelo Santos' pass intercepted. Fakuadi. Nice drive, nice handoff, but not able to finish. Arabi now a chance to run. Jorginho. And Lucas Diaz throws it in. And another 5-point swing when you consider Arabi was right there at the rim, although the rim protection was there. But for a big guy, you got to be able to make something happen there.
Yeah, we got some tangling going on down low.
Arabi and Marcelo Santos getting tangled up. Ooh. Well, now Jorginho pushing it back up the floor. And David Jackson for 3. Nope, not this time, but again, an offensive rebound. Lucas Diaz for 3, and again, another offensive rebound. Jorginho for 3, and again, it doesn't go, and finally, no, it's gonna stay at this end. Oh no, it's a possession error, sorry, that's right, they didn't call the jump ball the last time, so it's gonna go back to Ahly.
They dodged a bullet there. Gave up way too many offensive rebounds. A couple very good looks from 3. They just had it down to 5. It's back up to 10. They really need a bucket here to close out this quarter and then get a stop.
Norris Cole fouled. That's only the 4th team foul. If they go quick here, they might get it back, potentially, although the way they couldn't get a defensive rebound on the last possession, you wouldn't bet on it. Eduardo Elevi checks back into the game. They do. Norris Cole. 3-point shot and foul. Oh, offensive foul on Mohave. Pushing off on Jonathan Luce. But we're going to have another 3 free throws coming.
I didn't think you shot free throws on a player control foul. This could be a good thing. He missed the first. Maybe they only give up 1 point, but they get the ball back now.
And leave it to Cole and let him create right at the end.
Yep.
Potentially.
him and Arabi in a pick and roll up top. So they escape with only 1 point given up, but they get the ball back.
But what they can't do here is turn it over or
shoot quickly.
Yeah, give them the chance to score at the end.
It's got to be the last shot of the half. Norris knows that.
Yeah, they've kind of, Sesi Franca have kind of regained their poise here at the end of the first half. So Cole, guarded by Jorginho, gets into the paint, puts up a very tough shot, gets the foul, but the problem is there's 7.4 seconds left on the game clock.
I spoke too soon. He did go too early, giving Sesi Franca the chance to shoot again.
So that's why they're going to call a timeout and talk about how they want to handle this last situation. Sesi Franca basket timeout. Let's see if we can listen to Helinho Rubens.
Oh, Dave, essa Ei, lá, atenção. Primeira coisa aqui, se precisar faz 42. Se precisar faz. Jorge bate, Lucas Dias, eu vou revezar, vocês já vão ver se tá em pressão. Panda, pode ser Panda e Jonathan. Panda e Jonathan, Panda, cada um para um lado. Panda recebeu, Jonathan vai embora. Jonathan recebeu, Panda vai embora. Lucas recebe, mão a mão com o Jorge. Se não pressionarem, nós vamos fazer. Nós vamos fazer pick and roll central, Lucas. Você vem, encaixa do lado esquerdo do Jorge.
Não. Em 7 segundos, faz no meio da quadra que eu vou. Você vai pular?
Não, mas essa bola, se não pressionarem, faz o pique, você joga.
Interesting, Eduardo had some blood on his shirt there, and they were trying to get it off. He didn't know where it came from. But anyway.
You're the resident of Spain. You speak Spanish. What do we got?
No, they were speaking Portuguese.
Excuse me.
I thought I heard a si vous play in there, but it was something else. That would have been French. So Lucas Diaz. I like that though, Mike. You're trying to put me on the spot. Trying to test my Spanish. Ole.
Paella.
Hey, you live in California. You should be as well. Quite a few Spanish speakers over there.
A lot, yes.
Norris Cole makes the first. And you lived in Zaragoza for how many years?
Dos
años. One of the great things about playing pro ball is you get to experience different cultures. Oh, Norris Cole just makes one of two. Jorginho now a chance for Sesi Franca. Oh, pump fake, he puts it up and misses. It's a dangerous attempt to go for the block. You don't want to foul him. And probably this is just about right, a 10-point advantage because Sesi Franca have been the better team with that start that they had. A lot of work to do for Ahly. Sesi Franca on top, 42-32 at halftime. So yeah, you see the missed free throws, 6 of 10 for Sesi Franca Basket. In fact, Ahly also have 4 misses. So just 4 of 16 from deep for Ahly. Not really shooting it that well today.
Yeah, the shooting hasn't been there, especially when you're turning the ball over as well. You're kind of sloppy. Something's got to be there, and that it's got to be the shooting. They've taken some questionable shots too. You know, not like yesterday. They were pretty crisp against the Ignite. They came out slow today.
Jackson with the 17, that's a game high.
Yeah, he was cooking.
He was definitely putting things in the oven. So 10-point lead for Sesi Franca at halftime over Ahly. Let's go down to the court.
And at halftime, what did you like about what your team is showing so far tonight?
We're running. We're getting the we're closing the rebounds and getting out and running and scoring in transition, making them rotate a lot more than they're accustomed to. Trying to make sure we get good looks. We're a great passing team. One pass to a better shot is always our motto.
You're talking about good looks. You had a few this first half. You told us before the tournament that you were looking forward to competing on that stage. You certainly did that. How you been feeling in Singapore so far?
I feel good, but we're not done. It's just the first half, so we got to come out with the same mentality and try to repeat what we did in the first half. But anybody on our team could be hitting shots. It's just the way we play. Make the extra pass.
Thank you very much. Good luck for the second half.
David Jackson not interested really in talking about his great scoring, but doesn't really have to because, you know, we all know that he has been hot, but it's right. I mean, at the end of the day, you make that extra pass, you get that open look. Here he is hitting one of his three-pointers. And I'm curious what Coach Augustin Julbe is going to do at halftime, if anything, in terms of.
You're going to have to get your team fired up. You know, they looked flat. Maybe like a three-quarter court press, kind of bring the energy up. Bringing your guy Zaran, he's just full on attack at all times. So, I mean, you got to bring something energy, you know. Maybe substitute less skill, bring more energy, something like that to kind of turn the tides.
I guess he has, with Ahab Amin and Zarhan, he's got two guys that can really ratchet up the intensity. But as you look here at the highlights, it's been, I see some good things for both teams, but could be worse. Could be worse for Ahly. They're still there, but definitely.
Yeah, they're down 10.
A hangover from having played yesterday.
Feels like they could be down 16. They just have not had it. You know, they cut it to 5, but then Sesi Franca got right back in and got it back up to 10. They've been having the clear handle on this game. I do want to shout out Jorginho. 5 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, kind of doing it all. Getting in the lane, putting the pressure on the attack. And he's been playing tough defense. He's quick, he's got that size. List him at 198. I really liked his game, you know, aside from David Jackson. Obviously, he was in the pressure cooker, 7 of 10 for 17 points. Kind of seems like only for Ahly, Norris Cole's the only one who's got it going with 11 points. Ahab Amin 1 for 7. He's got to be tired from last night.
10-point lead. So North Cole with that 11 points, 2 of 6 inside the arc. And as you said, really the only guy that's kind of been able to get it going today. Also passing to Arabi. He had probably 7 assists in the first half last night. He's only got 2 assists so far.
2 assists, 2 turnovers, not what he was doing last night. He did have a nice connection with Arabi. Arabi missed a few of them down low, but he did thread the needle on a few for the layup.
And Jackson, meanwhile, just comes out and just shoots his team into the lead.
Yeah, a little bit better defense might lead to more juice on the offensive end. At this point, you're willing to try anything, you know, whether it's.
And it feels like they have that type of, you're talking about sacrificing some skill for aggression.
Yep. Zaran, you know, obviously as soon as he's on the court, he's going to probably give you some fouls like he did earlier, but he's going to create havoc, maybe a steal, fast break, which they haven't had at all.
And really, that's Ahab Amin's game. So you put those two guys in, and maybe Julbe has been saving it. Maybe he didn't want to put on a press in the first half, so Rubens could go and prepare to face it in the second. Although I'm assuming he's going to anticipate that's going to happen.
Yeah. Any good coach knows something different is going to be changing. They can't just sit back, be down 10 and then go forth with the same game plan in the second half.
So day 2 of the FIBA Intercontinental Cup, and Sesi Franca playing in their first game in this competition. They rested yesterday while Ahly beat the G League Ignite. Also, Telecom Basket's Bonn beat Al Manama in the other group. And today, Al Manama will be going up against the Zhejiang Golden Bulls. So the first time that we've seen a Chinese team in the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. And on this evidence, it has helped Sesi Franca to have the day off and to come out. But I think maybe it has more to do with their professionalism. I mean, I think they would have played well whatever day they came out.
Yeah, they're a very good team. They got a lot of shooting. Lucas Diaz kind of 3 threes, you know, he's getting them up, but he's been active. They kind of have it all. Jorginho's been controlling the tempo. I really like his style out there. Obviously, the heat streak from David Jackson is a big thing. They've avoided Ahly's offensive rebounds from their bigs, kind of neutralized that. And I think they've been controlling the tempo, been the dominating factor, and the game has been playing in their direction.
So this is the first time the FIBA Intercontinental Cup has been in Asia. It's also the first time, so therefore it's been the first time that it's been in Singapore. And I think as the tournament wears on and we get more night games, you'll see more people come to the games as well. We had a better crowd for the second game last night. And it's all about bringing basketball together around the world and seeing the different styles and what have you. And I think oftentimes, you know, perhaps deservedly, Europe is hailed as having the advantage, maybe the more competitive leagues. When you see a lot of these teams, the European teams have been dominating this competition, but you know, seeing Franca play here in the first half and remembering how Sao Paulo played last year and how Flamengo have played in the past and won this competition. They play some great basketball in Brazil and in South America, and Kimsa. Got good teams in Argentina. So
their style of brand is more in your face, a lot more physical, quick pace. And especially with Bonn coming in, you know, being a new team, new coaching staff, probably not up to the level of past Tenerife teams, you know, that have had such good success.
Plus Tenerife were at home.
Plus Tenerife were at home, that's a great point. Now we're all the way out here in Singapore, everybody's kind of neutral.
So are you thinking from the basketball that we've seen, and bearing in mind we haven't seen Zhejiang yet, the Golden Bulls, are you thinking that Sesi Franca have just as good a chance as Bonn or better to win this thing, or is it too early?
First look for them tonight, I'd say they're the favorite.
Yeah.
You know, based on this first half, you know, it could change obviously, but they look good. They got a lot of pieces. I'm gonna need Ahly to really fight back and to kind of change the whole outlook of this game to feel differently.
Sesi Franca also have the continuity which Telecom Basket's Bonn does not have.
Right, and that's what I mean with the new team.
Yeah, new team, yeah. So
a lot of young guys on Telecom Basket's Bonn. We'll see how they handle the different scenario, the road trip out here, multiple days in the same hotel.
Yeah,
it's new to a lot of those guys.
I think the advantage that Telecom Basket's Bonn have is that they win on day one. They're off today. They can come to the game and watch Zhejiang. I'm sure also they're able to see these two teams, potential opponents in the next phase, whether they play in the battle for third or the battle for first. But yeah, this Sesi Franca team is looking very promising right now. But maybe Ahly can rally.
They have the ability. Their style of game allows for, you know, Ahab Amin gets going a little bit. 1 for 7 first half. He could just do half of that in the second half. Maybe 3 for 7, 4 for 7. I mean, you're going to like his aggression. He's definitely going to bring in the second half. That's the type of player he is. I think they're a wake-up call from the coach at the halftime. Not necessarily screaming, but getting into the players, really going to light them up. It's got to change in the second half.
So that's what you think was needed more than anything, is to get him just to liven them up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, point out the fact that, hey, you guys are kind of sleepwalking out there. You're a half step, you're a full step slow on some of the actions. You had a really good moment where you cut it to 5. Let's capitalize on that. Let's do the same things. Let's work on those offensive rebounds. Some of them we almost had, didn't go our way. Maybe 2 offensive rebounds and a couple putbacks. You're right back in the game.
Let's go down to the court. We're going to go down to the court to hear from Coach Julby.
Coach, you knew Franca would present a different challenge. What do you need to do better to come back in this game?
A lot of things to do better, especially defensively. I don't recognize my team. We did a lot of mistakes, leaving players open and not running back on transition in the best way possible. And of course we have some problems on offense, but the way we play, we need to improve our defense to play better on offense. I hope my team can do better in second half.
Thank you very much. Good luck for the second half.
Yeah, so that pretty much says it all. He didn't recognize his team on defense in the first half. But what he said is hopefully we can do better in the second half, and which tells me he's not sure if they can.
Maybe
or if they will.
Maybe the coffee machine was broken.
Maybe because I'm not going to say who broke the coffee machine, but you can guess who maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't broken. It just needed to be repaired.
The coffee grounds just need to be changed.
Well, the air conditioning is on here in Singapore, and maybe that'll cool off this Sesi Franca team, because they have been impressive here at the start, especially David Jackson. David Jackson with the 17 points. From a rebounding standpoint, also Sesi Franca 27-19 advantage. And although it isn't really evident through the second chance points, from an offensive rebounding standpoint, 7 of their 27 rebounds came on the offensive glass.
You know, Sesi Franca not shooting it well from 3 as a team, 6 of 21, 28%. But David Jackson and Lucas Diaz, they have all 6, both of them with 3. If you could just get your hand in front of them, kind of limit their touches, the other guys aren't going to hurt you from deep. So if you take those away, you have a much, much better chance in the second half to cut it close.
It's kind of like David Jackson was saying, though. It's like, you know, when we're making the extra pass, we're getting our shots. And they are getting wide open looks.
Yeah, they're really rotating the ball. It has been a nice display of unselfishness from them. There is a reason that they are getting open shots. They're running great plays. They're crisp with their offense. Jorginho attacking, getting in the lane. He's found the guys open consistently. Mohamed Nassar checking in. Didn't play in the first half, so Coach Julby trying to change something up. Thinks that might be the answer.
Yeah, he played some yesterday.
Look to him to play aggressive defense at the start.
Second half action underway in the Intercontinental Cup game between Sesi Franca and Ahly. Sesi Franca with the first jumper and just kind of grazes the front of the rim. So a chance here for Ahly to cut into the deficit. Remember, they beat the G League Ignite last night. Trying to go to 2-0, but they have to climb out of a 10-0 hole. And look at that. It's going right at Lucas Diaz. Didn't really offer much defense.
Lucas Diaz, I don't think he's the best defender on the team. He kind of just olayed and allowed the jump hook right at the block.
So David Jackson picks right up where he left off. He's got 20. Wow.
That's on the defensive big. He's got to step up. You can't allow just a pull-up 3 on the pick and roll going towards the baseline.
Here's Nasser, just in the game, goes, oh, he had the layup. Look at great work from Omar Arabi. Michael, I know you want to go out there and play, don't you? I can feel it. You're feeling a bit edgy. Do I need to call your wife? Say that you need to come out of retirement? Look at the ball going out of bounds. I'm not sure she would have that.
No, she's not having it. I would love to, but that's finished.
14 on the shot clock. Robbie continues to make plays, and now the turnover, Fakuadi. And whatever the coach said, look at Fakuadi going up, and this time he's blocked, he stays with it, and he scores, and they're definitely playing with a little bit more oomph, a little more zest.
That's there providing the full court defense, putting the pressure, forces the errant pass. Fakuadi sticking with it.
So they've cut it back to a 7-point game. Oh boy, they get an open look for Lucas Diaz, and he is not going to miss that.
That's 4 threes.
It's like a free throw for him.
I don't think he's taken a 2.
Yeah, he's missed 4. He just hasn't made a 2.
No attempts from 2. He's only
shot
shot threes.
Oh no, sorry, I was saying 0 for 4. That was just field goals. Good spot, Michael. And here's the Norris Cole. Oh, it doesn't drop. Wow, they've missed a couple of layups. Robbie bailed him out the other time, and here is the dunk. Marcio Santos. And that has to be frustrating for Ahly because they've come out, they've had some chances, and yet, having cut it to 7, now they're down 12. And now an offensive foul on Omar Arabi. That was him chasing back, but he couldn't get back in time to start Marcio Santos. They have Amin in the game. Now they've got it to Marcio Santos, and he's fouled by Nasser.
He's not happy with the call.
Yeah, that's a foul. I think he might have been fouled from behind as well by Ahab Amin. Ah, come on. Look at Nasser talking to the referee.
Acting like he was straight up, didn't have any arm contact. We're watching it.
You got to have great patience as a ref, don't you, sometimes?
I'll give him credit now since I'm not a player anymore, but.
Well, that is up to a 13-point advantage. So the biggest lead in the first half was 13. So if he makes this, it'll be the biggest lead of the game for Sesi Franca. And it is. Sesi Franca showing they can take a punch and counter punch. Here we go. Ahab Amin goes in with the left hand and again doesn't drop. What is going on?
He cannot get the touch right.
Lucas Diaz. Good work, Marcio Santos, but Fakuadi comes down with a rebound. Ahab Amin, I don't know if he lost it or if it was knocked out of his hands, but here come the Brazilians. Oh boy, Jorginho, what a tough driving finish that was from Jorginho.
Look at that, brilliant in and out. Finishes with the offhand. He's a lefty, finishes with the right, takes the contact.
Well, if there's one thing that we know about Jorginho is driving to the basket, he doesn't have to be right at the rim to finish. He's finished that well both sides of the backboard now.
Yeah, very good touch.
Both hands. Does not complete the three-point play, but alarm bells are ringing in Egypt, where their representatives are trailing here, and Norris Cole missing from the jumper, missing from a long way out. You have to really watch Jorginho to really appreciate how much he impacts the game. Now, Marcio Santos with the drive. Oh, look at the pass. Lucas Diaz, right place, 18-point lead. And it's all going horribly wrong right now for Ahly. Sesi Franca with the wind in their sails. Look at this.
We have a lot of things to complain, but we can complain about the referees when we are doing our job. If we do our job, they will respect us. If we stop this one-on-one, there will not be 3 seconds because we stop it here. Or maybe they call it, but if we let them do what they want, no way. Hey, and the problem is we have 3-on-1 this way, we don't finish. And then they run, they finish. Pick and roll, we call. Pick and pop, eh? Pick and pop communication. Pop, switch, 3. Everything. They got everything they want. Tell me that this is a team that we cannot stop. No way. If you want, you get stopped every time. Fuck.
Well, strong words from Julbe. Stop complaining about the refs and start playing better basketball.
Great message. Very true. I mean, Ahly is just not getting it done for themselves. They're allowing Sesi Franca to do seemingly whatever they want. Their body language is just terrible out here. Everybody kind of looking down. You don't have the energy. It's got to change quickly or else it's going to get out of hand.
I mean, it is borderline out of hand already. And it's not what we would have expected after their performance last night. But Sesi Franca have punished them. And there's the dump down low to Omar Robbie. Terrific play. So that gets it back to 16, but now they got to do the dirty work at this end. Jorginho passing it around. Marcio Santos takes it deep. And 2 free throws awarded after the contact from Nasser. So Kijo comes in, wasn't quite as influential in the first half. Fakuadi comes out. He's a player that shoots it well from the line, and it takes it back to an 18-point lead. I suppose, Michael, in the old days, if you're trailing by 18 points, you're like, there's no way. But I mean, with a 3-point shot, the 24-second shot clock, if you do go out and play D, you make some shots, you can get back into it.
Yeah, it's not undoable. You can get it done. Typically, what your goal is, you want to get it to 9 with maybe 7 minutes to go. In the fourth quarter, cut it in half.
Jorginho on the break, missing. Boy, he missed it so badly that they couldn't rebound it, but they end up getting the basketball anyway. Just much better energy on the in the white team.
Julbe going to the bench pretty soon here in this second half. Gendy the vet. We got number 6, Marwan Sarhan, who didn't play yesterday, didn't play in the first half. Giving him a go, trying to bring something to spark this team.
Norris Cole to drive, the block. Kijo not able to get the basketball. Good job, Marcio Santos has been strong in the second half. Jorginho, look at him drive. Wow. Boy, they escaped that time. Norris Cole drives down and finally gets it to go.
Norris with the elite athleticism on that finish.
Jorginho, that's going to be a tough matchup for Gendy. And he does indeed
on the arm.
Foul him. This is Cole. A little bit of elevation. And there's some of the dignitaries. You see Jorge Garbajosa amongst them. Andres Saklas, Horacio Moratori, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Ruben Bumcha. There's, again, so it's a 17-point lead. Oh. Is that a basketball play?
Interesting defensive move.
I mean, look at this.
And then he's trying to sell in that he got slapped in the face after.
So
that was just strange.
Marcio Santos goes out. Well, Nasser trying to draw the foul, get to the line. Sarhan's checked into the game as well, number 6, and gives up the 3 to Jackson, who's got 23 now. Or 22. That was a 2.
Keeps it going, David Jackson.
Norris Cole, Kijo into the corner, and the foul called on Wesley. Oh, they're going to be a tough out, I have to say. And the Ignite are going to find it very difficult, I think, against the Sesi Franca team.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a great game to watch as well. Hopefully, Buzelis will be back for Ignite, kind of give them an extra spark to compete with these grown men. You know, Ignite are younger teenage kids, 20, 21. Sesi Franca, old veterans.
Well, credit to Sesi Franca defensively, really locking down. Lucas Diaz turns, he's fouled. And right now, Sesi Franca are pretty much telling the rest of the competition, we are the team to beat in Singapore.
Lucas Diaz didn't even shoot a 2 in the first half with a nice spin move right there on the block. Catches his man leaning on him, uses his own spin off of him, and one. Try to convert the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
And he does indeed. Fouled from behind, but it's a 22-point deficit, and there just are no signs of a comeback. I mean, it looked promising at the start. They cut it to 7 right at the start of the quarter, but it's been all Sesi Franca since. Norris Cole takes a tough shot and makes it. Wow.
Banks open here.
And Diaz missing. Oh, and that was Wesley with the foul. Kijo taking the contact and going down.
Fifth foul.
He's gone. I didn't realize he had accumulated so many. You mean the team foul?
No, Pereira out.
Wow. Wesley picked up a couple. Gosh. Goodbye, Wesley, but Well, he's been playing physical basketball. Here's Kijo again.
So we got free throws on both sides with every foul now. Kijo, 2 successful post-ups, gets to the line now, draws 2 fouls last 2 times down. Seems to be the only thing that's been good.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you got to score at this end, and that doesn't look good. But more importantly, you got to be able to stop the team at the other end and get rebounds. Well, the MVP of last night's game at the line and makes 1 of 2. Did you ever miss a free throw that just kind of grazed the net? You're not going to answer that.
Not in 20 years.
Really? All right, nice. I did in junior high. Here we go.
And you still remember it.
It's unforgettable. Here is Scala. And Gendy able to get the basketball. Sarhan open.
Sarhan comes in, makes the foul.
I think a little bit of frustration here with Ahly. So Eduardo misses, Mariela. And this would be the time when you could maybe go on a little bit of a run. I mean, if you're Sarhan, you don't play yesterday, you come out and you're open and you take a shot. And there was a little bit of a reaction from Gendy, who went up like, what are you doing shooting the ball? But Sarhan's like, I'm a basketball player.
It's my first shot. Wasn't a terrible shot.
No.
Everything's bad when you're losing.
Yeah. Norris Cole, good work. Not settling, driving. Borges drives, passes out, and Jonathan Lewis.
What a pass.
Almost turned it over. Zabran, bounce pass, stolen by Eduardo.
Just absolutely no ball movement on that possession. Ends up with a turnover. Now they give up the last shot here. Sesi Franca already down 21.
Jonathan Lewis again for 3. This time it doesn't drop. He leaves a little bit of time. Can they get something? And pass intercepted. They take it. That's going to add insult if it goes. And Alexei Borges almost did it. And unfortunately for Ahly, that did not drop. But they have just got the game by the scruff of the neck. It's Sesi Franca Basquete leading 68-47 over Ahly at the end of 3. 5 more threes they've made. Just look at the shooting percentage. It's just a drastic difference.
39% from 2, 22% from 3 for Ahly. Looks like the hangover from last night has been real. They're tired. You know, all the mental energy that it took for them to get the first win for an African team here. Sesi Franca is just clicking on all cylinders against them today.
And I think really you look back at it, and Ahly just could not afford to come out and start the way that they started. I mean, maybe it's easier said than done, but Sesi Franca have actually come out and turned it up a notch in the 3rd quarter. And now really, I think you have to, if you're Ahly, you got to remember, listen, if we can just come out, play great in this fourth quarter, get as close as we can, and then hopefully, even if we don't win, if we get as close as we can and then give the Ignite a chance to come out and beat Franca, maybe we could advance to the final on goal differential, and create a three-way tie. But they would need Sesi Franca to fall to the Ignite.
So let's run through that. Is it even going to be possible? They won by 6.
Yeah, so they would need to, I mean, you just don't know what the margin would be. That say if they lose by 6, and then if Ignite won by 6, you would have all 3 teams winning by 6 and losing by 6.
Well, Sesi Franca's up 21.
Yeah,
I don't see that.
You don't see him cutting it back to 15.
No, I don't. Just
no, I don't either. I'm just throwing it out there.
Nothing that Ahly has shown. No domination in any point of the game. It's probably going to be closer to 30 than it is 6.
Yeah. Now this could get really ugly. Here it is, Alexei Borges. Oh. And Zauron went flying in to play defense and knocked something over. Going for the block.
Yeah, good hustle back from Omar Abada and Zauron right there. Prevent the 2 points.
Kind of surprised we didn't see Zauron earlier. He elected to go with Nasser and got Sarhan in there. Now it's Abada's back in the game. There's a pass. Can they hit a jumper? They have Amin. Just hasn't looked the same player today.
It's not his day.
Borges passive. Look at him passing. Lucas Diaz, another three-pointer.
I love the unselfishness from both of them. Anybody could have shot it. Lucas Diaz passed it to the corner. He gives it right back. Wide open 3.
That's exactly what David Jackson was saying
at
halftime.
You're right.
Gindy, a little floater, little runner.
Ahly going to the zone.
So remembering that Flamengo won this thing in 2022. Also in 2014, Flamengo won the Intercontinental Cup. Syria won it back in 1979. And Corinthians, when they had the test event in 1965, they won it. So that would be elite company for them in Brazil if they were to go on and win this competition. Scholar's pass right into the hands of Zafran. Borges, look at him go down. Yeah, he doesn't take no for an answer, does he? Man, that's what I was telling you. It was like that at the World Cup.
Took the contact, slams it home.
He almost sought out the contact. To a 20-point deficit. Borges in the lane. Wow. You just can't stop him.
What I really like about this Sesi Franca team is they're up 22 points, but they're still guarding the ball like they're down 4.
Nice work. Bounce pass, the foul. But yeah, they're still guarding and they're still working hard on offense. Look at it, here it is. He doesn't back down. So it doesn't get any easier really. Lucas Diaz goes out and Jorginho comes back in. As does Marcio Santos. Oh, that was a sweet drive.
Great use of the body to get the contact and get the layup with the extended left arm by Omar Abada.
But again, it's at this end where they're just not getting stops. Oh, beautiful play. Oh, safe. Looked like he might have had a good one there.
Yeah, clean block on my end. Maybe a little body. We'll see on the replay.
Here we go. I mean, there's definitely body, but whether it's he's moving. Yeah, I mean, you can see why they called it. Marcio Santos makes the first. Sesi Franca look like they're in mid-season form right now. And staying with it, Ahly comes down with it. So 7 minutes remaining. Can they muster up a little bit of a miracle here just to get it close? Ahly almost turned it over. You're talking about they're still playing defense. They sure are.
Yeah, they're scrappy.
Oh, nice pump fake, but then had the shot blocked by Eduardo. Look at the behind-the-back pass to Eduardo! And he goes down and tough fall for Eduardo, holding his hip. Always dangerous going up to, you make contact like that.
Looked like a clean basketball play, just trying to make a play for the ball right above the rim. But yeah, when you get midair, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it doesn't look quite as bad on the replay, to be honest. See if it affects his free throw shooting.
Referees are going to have a look.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to see anything. But anyway.
Just play it as a normal speed, please. This is not the 13. I know. It doesn't matter now. Let's go C. Let's go in this angle. Just run as a normal speed. Okay, so go back a little bit. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see this angle. Just play it. I just want to see the point of contact. Yeah. Slow down. Let's go. It's number 7.
So the first illegal contact, right?
But that's not. I mean, the first one is not an on-score. He's playing ball. So let's go back a little bit. So let's see the contact of number 7.
Yeah.
Who's the one that I have the foul?
Yeah, I think 7.
And he's playing ball anyways.
Yeah.
You know, he's getting right here, but then he just fall on the floor. So what you got now?
For me, this is normal foul.
Normal common foul number 7.
Number 7 common foul.
Confirm.
And we have which foul? The shooter.
So we got.
Make sure to get the first foul. Make sure to get the first foul.
No. Let's go like this. So I got it on sports. Yes. Sure. Yeah.
So because the foul was on, the initial foul was on Zarhan, the ruling that's a basketball play, and it was. It did look like maybe had they called it on Ahly, they might have called the unsportsmanlike because he went up and kind of grabbed him on the arm.
Yeah. Good talk through by the officials there to give the fans a great view of what they're thinking, the interpretation of the rule. I thought they got that right.
Well, that's why Omar Bermudez was ref in the World Cup final. Peter Crouch was up there as well. So they escape without a horrible situation, but still with 6:40 remaining, it's not looking promising here for Ahly. Darhan goes down and hits a three-pointer.
Gets the dunk in transition, the nice clean foul that was a little bit on the borderline, but hey, it's the three. He's the energy that they needed 3 quarters ago.
Look at Borges getting in. How does the ball find Marcio Santos like that? Alexei Borges. Oh, and I think fortunately for Ahly, the ball bounced over the backboard, or otherwise they would have had another rebound.
That was their best defensive position yet. They were closing out. They didn't find any cutters. Let's see if they can get like a 7-0 run or something to force Sesi Franca to take a timeout.
Boy, Ahab Amin, that is not going to work in that situation. It's tough to beat. It's tough to beat Alexei Borges on the dribble like that.
It's not his day.
No, he's had a tough one. 14 turnovers for Ahly. Sesi Franca have just had a take-no-prisoners approach to this game. They have been ruthless. Look at that. Alexei Borges. Yeah. Unless Zhejiang Golden Bulls are going to be really tough. It's hard to look past the Sesi Franca team right now, the way they have played. Yep. Oh, the bank is open.
Back-to-back threes for your guy.
He shook that one off. Back to an 18-point game, 5 minutes remaining. Can they win the rest of the game by 12 points? That would be my question.
Tall task. But you do appreciate them fighting all the way through the end of the game, because they know they won by 6. They're going to have to cut it down now. They want to get into that first place game. Norris Cole checking in.
Well, David Jackson is now watching on the bench. Had he stayed in the game, he might have gone for 30, right? At least. Gindy from deep. And let's stay with it. Jorginho.
Nobody wants to shoot the three. That's what happens when you're too unselfish. Somebody's got to shoot when they're open. They keep passing it up. End up stepping out of bounds here.
Shoot it.
They're daring you to shoot.
Wow. And also the clock is the enemy, so you got to you need to get some shots up. Here's Gindy.
There it is.
77. All right. 62. It's down to 15.
There's that timeout. A little bit of wind in the sail here. Maybe get another 5-0 run, cut it to 10. Then they're playing for the points. Not necessarily the win, just to try to cut it down to 6.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure if they're trying to get to 6 or hey, they want to get it down as close as possible. It can never be safe.
Bem feita. Se tiver em zona, nós vamos fazer a C, só que nós vamos fazer a C bem espaçada. Se tiver individual, é shuffle. Nós vamos fazer pro Lucas a shuffle. Só que a hora que o Lucas pegar, virar e virar, esse cara tem que estar com a bola numa boa posição, porque vai sair um bom bloqueio pro Lucas receber debaixo da cesta. Faz essa bola. Se não, deixa ele tomar a frente. Se estiver em zona, nós vamos fazer a C com o Lucas. A bola chegou no armador. Bem espaçado. O Lucas vem e abre. Márcio faz o V. E aí a gente vai atacar desse lado aqui.
So 15 points until the end, a little bit of hope here. Well, Lucas Diaz has been fantastic, or he or Jackson. I mean, it's just like the similar situation to yesterday. Take your pick on who would be the MVP. Ahly had several candidates, ended up being Kijo. Who would it be today? Jackson kind of laid the foundation.
Yeah, he's been sitting for a while now.
Alexei Borges misses, and that was not a great shot. Here comes Ahab Amin. They are definitely leaving the door open. Look at this, going up and scoring and getting back to 13 points.
All right, so I think I figured it out. They need to lose by 11 or less.
Okay.
In order to get into the first place game.
Well, bearing in mind, but there they give up the layup and a potential three-point play. Bearing in mind, it depends also on Ignite.
Yes, Ignite would still have to win the game. Say Ignite wins by 1, Ignite will be -5 points. So if Ahly can lose by 11, they would also be -5. It's a lot that has to go right for them.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bigger issue is could Ignite beat the Sesi Franca team, but maybe they could.
Yep. I think they do match up a little bit better than
They would have
Ahly.
a day off. They would have a chance to watch them play.
They're more athletic. Kind of a couple stretch fours that can hang with Lucas Diaz. Also guarding one on the block here.
And this. Lucas Diaz. He definitely gets his three-pointers up, doesn't he?
Hey, when you have a special talent, use it.
Exactly.
I do really like his game in the sense that he's not trying to do too much that he's not good at. He's not putting up ball on the floor. He's not trying to create. Just shooting the open shot and then on the block too. You get away with the travel.
Wow, Marcio Santos gets the bucket. Or was that a Euro step? No, Julbe is saying that was 4 steps.
Yeah.
Norris Cole able to get it. Oh, Norris Cole trying to make the pass, but again, they're just relentless on defense. They're not giving up. And another chance, and Lucas Diaz with the rebound. Now quickly up to Norris Cole. He must have thought about shooting a 3, but back to a 19-point lead. So not a shooting foul. And for the first time today, we're going to see coming in for Sesi Franca, number 58, Paulo Zu. Paulo Barbosa. We're told he goes by the name Paulo Zu. And safe, this time fouled by Marcio Santos.
Santos didn't like safe yelling right there.
Yeah, but don't forget, Marcio Santos had that foul out on the perimeter with his backside.
Yeah.
But does the ball not lie there? He missed the first one. Julbe a little bit he's going to be a little bit frustrated after today's performance. They put themselves into a great spot. They got the win yesterday. And you're chasing the game in the fourth quarter. He's still urging his team on. Who knows? A minute and a half remaining, down to 18. Can he get it down to 11? And then hope for an Ignite win over Franco
by only 1 point.
Wow. There's just quality.
That's it.
Marcio Santos, their bigs can put it in the basket.
Yeah, everybody can shoot for Sesi Franca. I really appreciate that.
Alexei Borges up to Marcio Santos. Hangs on the rim. And Helino Rubin's trying to get one of his other players in the game here. Norris Cole missing from deep. Oh, and they do call the foul. So Ahab Amin finally gets some joy at the basket.
Asking for some type of call for his way.
Look at this. Is this hanging on the rim? Look at Santos. 1, 2. No, 1. Yeah, but okay, watch again. Okay, he hangs there, then he stays up, goes down again. You don't think that's hanging?
Technically, yes.
But in 2023, they're not going to call that?
No, it's pure entertainment. It's for the fans. Ahly should stop him from sitting on the rim. How about that?
Yeah, that's true. Or Zarhan, he's not gonna, Zarhan rather, he's not gonna back away. He gets the rebound.
He's gonna go.
They have Amin for 3. It's not happening. Gindi. And perhaps a fitting conclusion, just a frustrating afternoon for Ahly. Well, Ahly made history as the first African team to win a game at the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. What have we got? Offsetting technicals?
Not what you want with 13 seconds left, down
or just
20.
a technical?
Anything to make the game longer.
Okay, we're going to listen to the ref.
It's going to go one. Go back a little bit. Okay, so hold on a second. That's the only view that we have, right? Let's go back.
Let's see if the ball changes direction when it goes out of bounds. I only saw that the arm of the player ball.
I cannot see clear touch. So I will go with the white.
Cannot see from that angle.
That's the only angle that we have, right?
Yeah.
I will go with inconclusive.
For me, this is inconclusive.
Yeah, that's
Because I
inconclusive.
cannot see if he touches the ball or not. I mean, number 4 touches or not. I only saw this player lying on the floor touching.
So sorry. So the call is, so the review is inconclusive because we don't have enough evidence. So we got to go for gray on the end line with all the time remaining, right? You saw it.
So Sesi Franca challenged the out of bounds, and it's going to state this in. It just wasn't conclusive, and so they're going to inbound the basketball. Ahly. I thought there was a technical foul that had been called, but there wasn't.
Coach Rubin still coaching 39 minutes into the game, trying to get the ball.
Yeah, that's called switched on. Good drive. drive, Ahly, he gets a couple of free throws. I mean, if you ask your players to play hard for 40 minutes, you got to coach for 40 minutes.
Great point. To the Ahly getting to the line here with 10.8 seconds left. Doesn't matter if you're down 20. Game's still going.
Intentionally missed this. Try to get it. Get a three.
Why not?
Nope. He goes to double digits. He's got 10. 10.8 seconds. Oh, Indy. And they foul Zoo, so he's going to end up getting to the free throw line. Chance to score. Zoo only just checked into the game, takes his time, and makes the first. 20 years of age. We see the ignite, but there's also been a lot of NBA talent to come out of Brazil, hasn't there, over the years?
Oh, yeah.
Just never know with these guys. Here's Ahly gets blocked by the other 20-year-old. Nathan Mariano. And that long three from safe. Off target, so I guess that's pretty much it, really. It was a blowout. It was decisive for Sesi Franca. They rolled to a 90-70 win over Ahly, and they are now in pole position to get to the final. Of course, they have a big game that they have to win against the Ignite. So it's going to make it awfully difficult for the Ignite. If they win to create a three-way tie with 1-on-1 records, they're going to have to be very decisive, winning indeed. So that is, those are the shooting numbers. I mean, it's kind of, when it's a 20-point blowout, I'm not sure that those really tell you too much. They were just better in every aspect.
Yeah, there was really at no point in the game, maybe one minute stretch for Ahly where they won that stretch. Sesi Franca had to call timeout, but other than that, from the tip till the end, Sesi Franca dominated the game in all aspects.
I think it hurt. They got it to 5 in the first half, and Arabi, I think, was hemmed in and couldn't score. They went to the other end and hit a 3.
Yep. Quickly back to 10 after that.
And then they got it to 7 right at the start of the second half, and then right after that, it wasn't going to happen. So great job by Ahly Rubens, and all his players were locked in today and did a great job. Because you know what? When a trophy is at stake, you want to get it. You don't just go to a tournament to play. And I think from Ahly's standpoint, they were flat. Here's the player of the game, David Jackson.
He's kind of the reason that it was put away early. I mean, we mentioned it. He was the pressure cooker, 17 in the first half, 7 of 10, 17 minutes, 17 points. That's incredible. He didn't have to play really in the fourth quarter. Had a nice display.
Yeah.
Only 24 minutes. Ends up making 9 shots for 22 points.
Yeah, he was the recipe for success. Just get him the ball.
Just getting him the ball. He was creating it. He was hitting open shots. He kind of did it all for them. You see the snake dribble, pick and roll for the mid-range pull-up. You know, he had 5 rebounds and 4 assists to go along with his game-high 22.
Okay, well, Michael, why don't we go down to the court and hear from David Jackson.
David, congratulations. Rigor, player of the game with 22 points, 4 assists. But I know you're going to tell us it was a team win. You did look like a team on a mission tonight.
Yes, like I told you at halftime, we shared the ball, and we want to see our teammates do do good. So the extra pass is a big staple in the way we play, and tonight we showed it.
Speaking of your teammates, Lucas Diaz could have received this award as well. Jorginho led the way. What can you say about the leader's role and mindset in your team?
Everybody holds everybody accountable. We know what we're capable of, and each player wants to do their best, and we know that we need everybody to compete in this tournament.
You play for Franca, the mecca of basketball in Brazil. What do you want to say to the fans who traveled here and the ones that are watching on TV?
Fans that travel here know that we love them and we really appreciate them. They always show us support and continue bringing us energy on the court.
Thank you very much and good luck the rest of the tournament.
Sesi Franca looking to take the FIBA Intercontinental Cup trophy back to the mecca of basketball in Brazil. And they've got a good chance to do it the way they started. Very similar to last year, remembering how Sao Paulo played. I mean, they were focused, and we talked about how Tenerife, again, just kind of like a well-oiled machine, hard to beat, especially at home. Tonight, no team has that advantage. Or sorry, at this tournament, no team has that advantage.
Yeah, they look like the best team here. You know, everybody, you know, barring the Golden Bulls, unless they come out and look phenomenal. So far, out of the 5 teams we've seen play, they look the best. Just complete shooting, rebounding inside. The guard play from Jorginho, him being so tall, the post-ups, the driving in the lane, he seemed to do it all, points, rebounds, assist. And the Brazilian fans, you know, the classy touch by David Jackson to shout them out there in the interview. Appreciate them making the trip all the way out here to Singapore. It's been a phenomenal tournament.
Yep, we showed them the love. I mean, Singapore is a great city to come to. It's a great, I think, decision to have the Intercontinental Cup trophy here to try to spread the Intercontinental Cup to Asia and have the Chinese team, the Golden Bulls, that'll be playing tonight's game against Al Manama. So that'll be an all-Asian battle, in fact, in Asia. But today, it's all about Brazil. And do you see any danger of them taking their foot off the pedal after today? And maybe not coming out quite as sharp and aggressive against the G League Ignite?
Just by seeing Coach Rubens there at the end, still coaching, up 20 with 39 minutes and a half already off the clock. You know, calling for the replay. Seems like he's got them locked in for 40 minutes no matter what, so I can't envision that. But you never know. I didn't think Ahly would come out flat today either.
Yeah, but also you got the trophy, and you never know. I'm sure that there's going to be some extra praise heaped upon this team if they return with the trophy.
Yeah, Jorginho didn't leave his club team to come play in this for nothing. You know, he's out for a mission. So yeah, to that aspect, I definitely see them keeping full gas.
Keeping the pedal to the metal. So Sesi Franca getting the big win, and Lucas Diaz is the captain and played like the captain today. Could have probably made a strong case for him being the MVP as well. So Ahly, unfortunately for them, have probably blown their opportunity to get into the final, but you know, good teams are here. You got to beat some good teams if you're going to make it to the final. And certainly Telecom Basket Spawn have been put on notice that there's a very good team that awaits them if they can continue to play well and make it to the final themselves.
Yeah, kind of a dream scenario for Ahly. Put to waste, not to waste, but didn't get it done. You know, they beat the Ignite. They can't beat the Brazilian team. Had they done that, then they would have probably got Telecom Basket's bond. And for an African team to play those 3 continents, high-level teams, would have been fantastic for them. A little bit unfortunate today.
So Sesi Franca rolling to a big win, 90-70 over Ahly. So here it is, Group B, Ahly at 1-1, and because of that extra participation point, curiously, they're still top of the group. Sesi Franca Basquete, though, at 1-0, and they know they're going to get that extra participation point, so they would actually leapfrog them into first. And then you've got the G League Ignite, who will look to get their first win when they go up against Sesi Franca. So one final time, 90-70, Sesi Franca Basquete winning, the Brazilians beating Ahly of Egypt 90-70 here at the FIBA Intercontinental Cup in Singapore.